Evening all, how we doing? Happy Friday, we made it. End of another week. I thought I had my jumper on back to front for a minute there. I don't. It's fine. But you know how it goes. How we doing? Hope everybody's had a good Friday. I've had a good Friday, actually, to be fair. It's been productive. My chair doesn't want to sit quite where I want it to. I think the wheels have been a bit weird. Possibly the carpet, one or the other. Yeah, good day today. I said yesterday I wasn't really... Oh, wonderful, actually. I'll deal with that while I think of it. I wasn't really expecting to have a video up tomorrow. I wanted to, but I wasn't expecting to. Turns out I'm going to have a video up tomorrow. Unless, you know, my computer blows up or something, so touch wood, that doesn't happen. But, yeah, all things being equal, the build is done. It didn't take very long at all. I have thoughts on that subject, which I will be covering extensively during the video tomorrow, which should be cool. But yeah, I'm going to jump in and, well, potter about and get stuff done this evening after the stream, and then I'll probably record the voiceover tomorrow and we'll be rolling. Should be good. Won't take very long to edit either, as it's not a particularly complex one. So yeah, quite pleased about that. And for today, we are going to jump back into Starfield, and in an appropriately related kind of a way, we are going to head over to Neon, where actually I am already hanging out, and we're going to get a job with Ryujin Industries, which could not possibly go wrong at all, could it? A big corporate entity headquartered in a notoriously lawless place. What could possibly go wrong with this idea? Well, I guess we find out, won't we? So, shall we? Steam's updating. Sleeves are all not quite where I want them. Let me read. This jumper is ever so slightly long in the sleeves, and it kind of folds up over the cuff right onto my wrist, which is fine most of the time, but when I'm gaming, it gets slightly in the way. On the other hand, it is nice and warm, so there is that. Unlike the weather, which is currently sitting at a shiny 2 degrees. Seems about right. Stayed above freezing, which is nice, but it's been basically 2 degrees every night for the last week or so, and it sucks the big hairy meatball. That did not help. Right. Is that you I'm looking at there, Noel? I think that's Noel. I can't... Nah, I can't read. Not without my eyes on. Vaguely recognising the shape, but that's about it. Should be due a new optician's appointment before long, actually. How's my glasses doing? Are they holding together? I mean... Let's get a screwdriver out, just while I think about it, be on the safe side. Does that say yes, it's me? I think it does. I really can't see. By the way, that's like ½ centimetre high writing, and it's about less than 2 feet from my head. I can't read it. Got an insight into how bloody awful my eyesight is. Exciting life we lead, isn't it? Let's just do that back up. That's nearly there. Best use for little screwdriver kits that come out of Christmas crackers. I never touched the hair to my glasses. Wonderful. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Right. I can see. Glorious high definition. Oh, well, close. Hope you're doing well, though. Happy Friday. Right. I'm going to stop fannying around and get this thing going. Like a zam. Hopefully. Right. Yeah, Ryujin. We responded to the initial advert to apply for a job at Ryujin Industries at a terminal in New Atlantis a very, very long time ago. That was, it's sort of in between the War Memorial and Galbank. There's a terminal for Ryujin, or advertising Ryujin. And yeah, we took that quest very early on there, but haven't done anything with it. So I believe the next move is to turn up at reception and follow through. But we briefly took a job somewhere else, but that was a very flying thing and just a way to... Well, in fact, we've taken a couple of jobs, thinking about it. We took one with Xenofresh. We took another job with somebody else. We've had 3 jobs in Neon. This will be the 3rd job. So I guess that's going to look great on the CV, isn't it? We'll see how it goes. Yeah, not doing so bad, thanks, no. Doing good. So I got my build all done and dusted today, which I was not really expecting to happen, but it went well. I think I might have a couple of bits to chuck in here. Well, I've got a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't really want to store it in here. Right, I'll try and remember to deposit it back at my outpost when we have the occasion to do so. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Shall we stop by and have a quick nap before we go and start work? Yeah, just have an hour. Give me a little boost to my XP, which I don't think is going to be massively helpful, but, you know. Right. While I'm away, would you tidy the ship up, please, buddy? Because you guys have collectively made a freaking mess of the gaff. Tidy up.
Neon experiences more network traffic than any other city in the galaxy.
That's a bit bloody hot for drinking yet. I should. In that setting. I'm sure it does, Vasco.
Captain Leaf, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Thank you. I'm glad you're pleased that I didn't die in my sleep.
I have no objections.
Great. And I'd like to have Vasco following me, kind of. But for this questline, I understand some sneaking is in order, and that apparently is not going to go well with Vasco in tow. I have no skill points, so I was going to see if I happen to have a spare one to jump into sneak, but I don't. Stealth or whatever. Shall we head on in? Last few times I've been here, I've fast travelled into the city, so I thought I'd take the bridge this time. Just for the novelty.
Scanners won't hurt you.
Glad you put your guns away when I approached.
There's a bounty on you. Get that cleared as soon as possible if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, uncannily Skyrim voice, that one. I know. Whoever voiced her voiced somebody in the Whiterun Market area. I can't remember who, but I definitely recognise the voice. But yeah, it's obviously bugging out a little bit. Oh, that reminds me, got an update. 2 weeks until the next Starfield update, and like very soon it'll be going into testing. It's quite a big patch apparently, so that should be cool. Ryujin apartment building.
I used to be actually. Now look at me.
It's quite a cool
Keep your nose clean.
bit of design work, that. Just have a quick shufty around here while we're here. Will we go and walk in? Not much caring. There it is. Back up and go and look at it. Not really much. It's relatively unassuming. I mean, there's the big ass logo there. You'd expect to have like stuff like this, but they don't. Which is interesting. Maybe because it's Ryujin and everybody knows. Okay, so let's open up the quest log. Alright. We need back to the grind. Attend your interview at Ryujin Tower after applying for an job at the kiosk and travelling to Volley. So, fill out an application at Ryujin Industries kiosk and qualified for an interview. Now I need to travel to Ryujin Tower in Neon, meet with Imogen Salzo on the operations floor. Okay. Ryujin security outfit's quite nice. Juniper Ellicott.
Hello there. Welcome to Ryujin Tower, the beating heart of Ryujin Industries. I'm Jupiter, the tower's secretary. Can I help you with something?
You can stop bothering me, looking around. I'm here for an interview. What can I expect to find in Ryujin Tower?
The public can visit our Tayo, Tranquility, and drone sales offices upstairs.
Interesting.
All are worth visiting. The tower also serves as Ryujin's corporate headquarters and is home to our research and development team. But unfortunately, those areas are restricted.
Tell me about Ryujin.
We're the largest corporation in the Freestar Collective. We deal in everything from refreshments to starships. We're best known for our neuroamp technology. If you're curious about it, we have a selection on display at the Ryujin store near the back of the lobby.
Interesting.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm here for an interview with Imogen Salzo. I keep wanting to say Salazzo, but that's the Godfather, isn't it?
Wonderful. It's always nice to meet a potential coworker. Miss Salzo will be conducting your interview today. You'll find her office upstairs. You'll find Miss Salzo's office on the operations floor. Just take the elevator at the back of the lobby. And don't forget to check out the Ryujin Industries store in the back of the lobby before you leave. No visit to Ryujin Tower is complete without a look at our patented neuroamp technology after all.
Recognise her voice as well. Not actually convinced that it's not the same voice. So, a boron. I'll have a gander at that in a minute. Here to make stun guns, basically. EM weapons.
This is the only shop in town where you'll find neuroamps like these.
Interesting. And they come in cases that look like they should hold cufflinks. Neuroamp mod. Okay. It looks excessively large for the actual product.
Welcome back. Welcome to the Ryujin Industries product store. Looking for a neuroamp?
Interesting. What do you sell here?
All of Ryujin Industries' latest and greatest neuroamps. Take a look. I'm sure we have something that might suit your needs.
Tell me about neuroamps.
Neuroamps are Ryujin Industries' signature product. They're small pieces of wearable tech that enhance some of the user's brain functions. Some of our best sellers can help with anything from focus and short-term memory to communication and confidence boosting.
Sounds incredible. Sounds good, too good to be true. Tried one yourself? Yep, there's one on his face right now. How would I benefit? Do a lot of people have news? Tried one yourself?
Sure have. My neuroamp's the reason I got where I am. 6 months ago, I was barely motivated enough to hold a job scrubbing floors as a janitor at Ryujin Tower. But thanks to this nifty little thing, I feel more motivated than ever, and my social skills have really improved. I can talk to customers no problem now. Plus, I haven't lost my keys once since I started wearing it.
There's some good bits in that. There's some alarming bits, like going from having no motivation to having motivation by having a piece of technology fitted in your brain. It's a little bit on the mind control front. It's like, this employee doesn't work hard enough. I know, let's stick a chip in his brain and make him work harder. Get the hell away from my noggin. I don't like it. How would I benefit from a
It
neuroamp?
all depends on what you like to improve. If you're looking for a bit of a diplomatic edge, our Neurocom series is great. The Neuroboost can help you gain that confidence you need to really stand your ground. And our Neurotac series, Tac for Tactical, specializes in critical thinking.
Interesting. Yeah, I do see this as being like a step on the road to becoming Cybermen, though.
Of course, they're practically the foundation of what Ryujin was built on.
Yeah, not dodgy at all. Sounds too good to be true.
Some people seem to think so. I say you gotta see it to believe it. Why don't you check out the shop? It's worth browsing even if you aren't looking to buy.
You used to be custodian here?
Custodian, IT support, security. I've worked plenty of low-level jobs at Ryujin Tower, and did pretty poorly at most of them. I'm sure they would have fired me ages ago if it weren't for Jupiter, the young lady at the front. She keeps pushing management to reassign me instead of letting me go. She's the one who convinced me to try out a neuroamp. I really owe her one. It's completely changed my life.
Either he's really drinking the company Kool-Aid, the neuroamps really work, or there's something really dodgy going on with the neuroamps affecting his brain. I don't know. It's all a bit weird. There's a lot of strangeness going on. Also, the only reason I could think of that she would be shuffling him around, or encouraging them to shuffle him rather than sack him quite so much, is she's keen on him.
I'm always stocked up on neuroamps.
He's got clothes. Suit. 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 Suit with long leg bits. Suit with chaps or something. Mark 1 neuroamp, intimidation, neuroburst, neurobeast. Those are all intimidation ones. Neurocom is diplomacy chance. Instigation, none of those are of any use to me whatsoever though, so.
See ya.
But yeah, there's a lot of things I really do not trust about that. Oh well. We're going to work for the minimum. What are these things called? There we go. Nova Blast Disruptors and Nova Lights. Yeah.
Hi. Welcome to Arboron. Hey, thanks for stopping by. The name's Ken. Let me know if you have any questions. I know these weapons like the back of my hand.
Ken, huh? Does that mean your anatomy is rather similar to Barbie? As in non-existent. Good to meet you. Well versed in combat myself. Why am I not surprised Ryujin sells guns? Good to meet you.
Likewise. Let me know if you need any help. I'm always happy to talk shop. What brings you to Ryujin Tower today?
Yeah, I feel like his neuroamp's tweaking his attitude to the company a little bit as well. Don't trust that at all. Head for an interview.
Oh, good luck. Hopefully they'll hire you and we can stop listening to this non-stop audio ad.
What's the weapons dealer doing here?
Don't be so surprised. Ryujin Tower's got a little of everything. Besides, here at Arboron, our goal is to provide safety and protection for our customers. That's why we're the only brand
Sell
to carry
condoms,
our
then.
very own non-lethal weapons. The Nova line.
You seem like quite the expert. No. Tell me about your non-lethal
course.
weapons.
The Nova series uses an electrically charged ammunition that can effectively stun a humanoid target. It's not so useful when it comes to critters, but if you need to buy some time or get someone off your back, they'll do the trick.
I mean, they do stun things, but it takes multiple shots to take them down, so they're not that effective. It takes a lot longer to stun them than it does to just pull out the gun and blow them away, to be honest. You seem like a firearms expert.
Well, I'd better be. I'm a three-star Navy vet. Firearm
Good for you.
expertise comes with the territory. I saw more than my share of action with a gun in my hand. Those days are behind me, though. Now I prefer to stay behind the counter and let other people do the gunslinging. I think you'll be impressed. We only carry the best at Arboron.
Well, we'll see about that. Space Adept one. Well, I've already got a better one on the ship, so...
Hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
John Eric, thank you very much for the new sub. Welcome on in. I need to head to operations. You've got Tranquility and Drone, Teo Astroneering, and the lobby. I didn't quite realise Tranquility was part of Ryujin, although I feel like I had forgotten rather than anything else. Ooh, excuse me. Curious as to what business they might have for us.
Welcome to Ryujin Industries. Can I help you?
Okay. I was going to say this looks like a bit small, but then I saw the door, so we'll let him off. Lane Gaza.
You must be one of the candidates that Imogene Salzo is interviewing today.
That'd be me.
Her office is down the hallway to my left. Take another left at the conference room, follow it around to the right and up a small flight of stairs. Then take a left and keep heading that way until you see her office.
Left, left, right,
Sounds like a
left.
maze, right? So if you want me to walk you back there or have any questions, just let me know.
Questions.
And hopefully I have some answers.
How the interview's going.
Between you and me, I think Imogene is about done with the whole process. You won't believe the people we've been getting. I heard the hiring algorithm Yuko made approved all applicants. And of course Yuko bailed when interview time hit. It's technically her job. And Imogene is furious.
That's quite interesting. Tell me about Imogene.
Imogene Salzo is my idol.
Oh dear.
She's ruthless, but still knows how to behave around everyday people, if you know what I mean. She's probably next in line to take over for Ularu Chen, head of operations here, which would be a godsend considering Chen has no filter and loves to speak her mind. No one loves brutal honesty that much.
So she's slightly less maniac than a maniac. Okay. What does Ryujin do?
Oh wow, you're serious? Well, Ryujin is the tech industry leader in the settled systems, mostly known for neuroamps, which exploded on the scene about 15 years ago.
That doesn't sound good, given that you wear them on the
Our
face.
products include operating systems, security, various quality of life improvements for the home. We're like a full package. If you really want more info, I'd recommend reading up at one of the kiosks. They've got this company's entire history listed. At least the history they want you to know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm ready for the interview.
Good. Best not keep Imogene waiting too long.
Evening, Gray.
And the offer still stands if you need someone to show you the way.
I find it.
Great. Well, good luck then. I'm sure I'll see you on your way out.
Aye, not if I leave where I window you won't. It's a black tissue box. That's quite slick looking. Left is the way I have to go at the conference room, won't it? That looks like a conference room, yeah.
A gala at the new Atlantis Freestar Embassy. That would be a good way to gather intel.
I think I found something, but
Better
it's
do this
sensitive.
right.
Do you have time to talk?
Down my neck about
It's
it.
about that special project we're working on for Miss Salzo.
What are you doing? Don't mention that out here. Follow me. Let's talk somewhere more private.
It's a pretty shrub.
Imogene and Yuko run a tight ship.
I think I found something, but it's sensitive. Do you have time to talk?
I'm a little
about
busy
that.
right now.
Special project we're working on for Miss Salzo.
Mind me.
What are you doing? Don't mention that out here.
I thought they might be willing to talk about it out there, but apparently they're not.
I'd hate to be on Miss Salso's bad side.
I will remember that. No, I think it was this way, and then it was another left. I think it was left, right, left, wasn't it? So,
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
dream of it. Camden Show.
I've got my eye on you.
Not too worried. I think you've had one too many chunks, buddy.
I hope I can wrap up this next assignment quick. The Razor Ball tournament starts tonight.
Lots of little offices, I see.
You're more prepared than the last one.
That was easier than I expected, and she's obviously just watched me wandering around, so that's probably not ideal. Right, job interview time. Not sure it's possible to screw this up, but I'm tempted to find out if I can.
All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries.
Nice outfit.
I don't normally do this, but my counterpart Yuko is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently, our algorithm has failed us and believes you to be a decent match, which I'll take up with our technicians later.
You know, I think I'd walk out if my job interview started with that kind of tone.
Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries?
Get to that question and be like, well, your attitude has just told me I don't, so I'm off. See ya. Best tech company in settled systems. Making a few credits. New amps are revolutionary. Want to be part of what's next. Best and brightest. Best tech company.
An excellent question, but enthusiasm can only take you so far. We don't operate on passion alone here, we look for skill. Which brings me to my next question. This next one should be interesting, considering you marked having 0 experience. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this?
It's various dialogue depending on what you're wearing. Sometimes I really know the ability to react to the choices. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of wonder what would happen if I turned up wearing the monster costume. And it's that whole kind of, you know, they say dress for the job you want. So I turned up dressed as so I came dressed as Batman. Persuasion can make any deal happen. I can do this job and I hope to prove it. Entry level, anybody can do this job. Wouldn't say I'm qualified as much as I say I need a job. No, I'm winging it here. I can make any deal happen.
I can't help but wonder if that's why you're here today and not behind bars, considering your track record.
What do you mean?
Yes, of course we know you have one. Yuko's algorithm at least hasn't failed us there. Your past is not a concern, for now. Just know that we have ways of keeping an eye on you around here. How motivated are you to succeed?
Monster costume is hilarious. I can imagine it is. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking... I don't know if I failed the persuade or I did not. Like, she must know I was working for the Crimson Fleet for a while. Clearly doesn't know that I was an undercover agent. Above and beyond to get the job done. Depends what I'm working towards. I hope you're above and beyond.
All in, huh? At least that's an attitude we can work with here.
Really like a uniform, though.
My last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in?
CEO. Role management, research and development. Complexities of cybersecurity. That'll make 5 months, that'll make 5 years. Well, that's probably true. Cybersecurity would be fun. It's good for management.
If you can make any deal happen, management is just the tip of the iceberg. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogen Salzo, and you should get served right away.
Yeah, maybe I should have worn a suit. I didn't really think about that. Might have gone down a little better if I was appropriately attired. On the other hand, the fact that I just walked in dressed like this probably means I'm not confident enough about my ability to get the job. Sounds like you've had a look around my office there, no? wonder if I turn up with a load of tranquility, if instead of coffee, then they'll yeah, I wonder if I turn up with a load of tranquility instead of coffee, they would respond to that. I'm doing great. I just walked into the glass wall instead of out the door. Good first day. So she's already going to be wondering what the fuck she's hired. They just walked into the front window. Boom.
Madame Sauvage always gives me helpful. Hi, there's a line here.
Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help you?
Need to pick up an order.
Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that promotion?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Well, you're wearing a suit.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen, just to get replaced by this nobody?
Am I about to get attacked by the guy whose job I now have? Sorry, got fired, not my problem. All I did was respond to an ad. What happened? What happened?
Who knows? I looked at someone wrong. The coffee wasn't hot. They didn't even have the decency to tell me. They just had security escort me out of the building, like some criminal.
Who's Ularu Chen?
You don't even know your own boss's boss. Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead.
To be honest, his attitude is kind of getting up my nose a little bit.
Hearing that ad should have been the first sign they were gonna get rid of me. I bet Ularu was just waiting for the moment to hire you. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me.
What do you mean it's either you or me? You wanna fight? Yeah, I could kind of smell this was coming this way. What do you mean it's either you or me?
You don't just get to learn all the ins and outs of Ryujin operations and then just walk away. Even worse, I got fired.
They let you out of the building. Count yourself lucky.
They don't let that kind of knowledge run around in the head of disgruntled employees. It's just a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands.
With a spud gun? Let's talk about this.
You want to talk? I'll tell you what. You get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind, and I'll walk away. Fail, and I think you know where this is headed.
I think I know why he got sacked. Throwing your life away, you don't know me, and the job phones were, you don't know me, I'm not your enemy. Well, it didn't work very well.
Better than me. You're not.
Throwing your life away here.
You can't be that good. Not yet.
Oh, I really am. Shall we work something out?
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
Well, I'm gonna go with the easy option. Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm trying to be reasonable here. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down.
Of course, can't make the promise. Why would I be the one they'd send?
Let's just say Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again. Okay, and when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me, like I listen to you.
Of course.
You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage.
Yes.
Just don't make me regret this.
Charming. Can I have the coffee now?
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them.
How would Ryujin handle it?
Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayou. You know, the very man that runs Neon.
Oh yeah.
They're practically untouchable around here. Just getting it.
Must make him a lot of money.
Yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't get fired first, of course.
Tell me about that guy.
Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming.
So one of the primary, biggest, arguably, weaknesses in Starfield's graphical side of things is generally around character faces at the moment, and it always has been for Bethesda. But the patch that's coming in a couple of weeks is going to polish that up a little bit, apparently. Whether or not it'll affect NPCs, I don't know. It seems like it'll at least affect player characters, which is cool. Just noticing that sort of around here. Really am liking the way the light's interacting with the kind of plasticky faux leather on a uniform. It's got a... Yeah, it's good. I like it. Very sci-fi. Sorry about that.
Are you serious? That's the most excitement I've had in months. I feel like I should be thanking you.
I'm doing a Han Solo here.
Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
You probably shouldn't have put your own name on that, because otherwise, if it's not right, he'll come back and have you shot, probably. What took you so long? Better get asked what took so long when I get back.
I'm so behind on work.
It's quite busy. New Zealand married type features. A little bit, maybe, yeah. Meetings. I'm guessing this will be conference room. Bunch of people in the conference room. She's in her office staring.
I hate being stuck in the office.
He's standing on landing right now. Yo. Lady with cool outfit.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup?
How are you doing, Steve? Tell me I went to the interview in the costume. I didn't. I went in my Freestar gear. The first whatever it was. The bad guys from the Ranger questline, and she was just like, ugh. Yeah, basically commented on me being completely worthless. Gave me the job anyway. Loving that texture on this. Personal when I'm again, around to ex-employees, slow walker, new here, got a little lost. Yeah.
Hello?
I don't know what to tell her. This was what I was advised to say. But I can't see him sending somebody else to kill him. I do tell him about it, but let's see if we can give the guy time to get a bit further away. Yeah, fuck it, let's tell the truth.
Good answer. And the one I was hoping for, since we learned of the incident before your return. Your handling of the Tomo situation has caught some attention, and we'd like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now.
So that's interesting.
Congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
Does this mean I'm getting a raise? No more coffee errands?
No more coffee errands, but depending on how you look at it, The word errands technically still applies.
I'm loving the texture on that outfit. Like the bits of detail on the fabric are really nice. Tell me about my new position.
Let me explain. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far?
Do sneaky shit in order to leverage the situation to get the outcome the company wants. We might add influence, I'm pretty sure I know.
In a case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see.
Corporate thuggery, basically. And espionage and blackmail and so on. Why is it confidential?
Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge.
And also, it's illegal. How am I supposed to ensure success?
Well,
Any means
depends
possible.
on the job, really.
Any means
If
necessary.
someone can't be
Right?
persuaded with words, perhaps a more forceful approach is necessary.
So all this coming a mile off.
Obstacles from the equation.
I'm good.
Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
Well, so far, I've managed to predict just about everything. Genevieve, Monahan, Camden Cho, and Alexis Price. Now I see where it's back to the grind. But not her, interestingly.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Lyndon Calderi.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terra Brew it is.
Maybe Ryujin should acquire Turbo. Doubt your daily orders are the sole difference between profits. Take a Tranquility over Turbo any day. Region aims Tranquility? Yeah, we need that one. Just to see what he has to say on the subject.
For the past 5 years, Tranquility is a recent acquisition and we've only just begun to develop the brand. You may have seen how several vendors carry the product now.
5 years and you've only just begun to develop the brand. That's slow moving. Maybe Ryujin should acquire Terra Brew.
Terra Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up. Which hopefully won't be often.
Here's a warning. You deduct my pay, I deduct your brain from your skull. Pay gets reduced when I make a mistake?
Yes, mistakes are often costly and involve substantial cleanup, both literally and figuratively. Law enforcement, witnesses, evidence, everything has its cost.
So I best not screw up then. Also, try and deduct my pay, I will shoot you in the head.
We'll see. We've yet to have an operative with a perfect record. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
I have no idea what that is, Steve. Naked. That would be funny if I'd gone in naked, I imagine. Watch me playing, my back's playing up. My back's always playing up, Steve. It's a question of degree. It was bad this morning, actually, but it's not so bad right now. Touch wood. Who are you and why are you staring at my crotch? Your name is not Chair. It's Genevieve Monahan. Okay.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new.
She's got a nice outfit as well, actually.
Head of Marketing and Public Relations.
Should be the one. So you're the one keeping Ryujin in the public's good graces. Whew. Lot to manage. Ryujin Textiles itself. Keeping Ryujin in the public's good graces.
Me and an entire department at my back.
Not quite as nice as the other outfit, but it is nice.
It's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be?
And yet there's results, not methods. What do you mean, how much work am I going to be?
Cleanup, of course. Journalists are pretty quick at putting 2 and 2 together. And I get the pleasure of making sure those connections are never made. Or, if they are, handling the fallout.
You don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Just know that one screw up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
Coffee, finally.
Lexus.
Well, let's have a look at you.
Another one with a nice outfit. Look at the gold thread on the black. That's nice. Not here for your viewing pleasure. Hope you like what you see. That's not creepy or anything. Quite the specimen, I know. So many lines, so little time. Quite the specimen, I know.
Sounds like something my son would say. And no, I don't mean that as a compliment.
Too late.
I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayu and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse.
The connection with the Freestar Rangers will be her son being Ranger Price, I would assume, who is the ranger in charge of Neon.
For one, our connections with Bayu automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our
he really needs to
connection
die.
is local, with Ranger Price.
Called it as soon as I heard her surname. I know him. Sounds like someone's be using family ties. Nice, a Freestar Ranger on the Ryujin payroll. Let's see what happens when I say that one.
If we could get Freestar Rangers on payroll, we'd be running this faction. So no, that's not the case. Jalen simply knows how business is done when it comes to Neon. But that doesn't mean he's a free pass. So again, steer clear of law enforcement.
Technically, I'm a Freestar Ranger who is now on Ryujin payroll, so they do have one. I'm like a ghost. No one will ever catch me.
Good. Then we should get along just fine.
So everybody in this entire building seems determined to tell me how if I screw up, they'll be the one who personally has to clean up. So if this, like, he was the one who was going to dock my pay. She said clean up. Well, public image side of it. She said clean up. So, who are you? Why can't I talk to you? There we go. Camden Cho.
So, fetching coffee 1 minute and junior operative the next. Camden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around.
So what, you'll be keeping me supplied with bullets? What do you do here?
I have the glorious job of keeping all the departments supplied with exactly what they need. Anything from rare materials for R&D to slates and design software for marketing. You could say I'm the one aspect of operations that keeps this department legit.
This department is not legit. It'll take a lot more than you getting equipment through legitimate channels to make what they do with it legit. Good to meet you. Bruce said you triple check the grind yourself. I'll let you know if I need some pens. Doesn't sound glamorous. Bruce said you checked. Right, let's tell him.
Ah, so she remembered. Not that I expect much out of Terra Brew Coffee, but hey, I suspected their grinder was on its last leg. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company. and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions.
Yeah, millions of credits in your boss's pockets. Keep that in mind, don't believe that. Description certainly sounded otherwise. How does Ryujin benefit million and some of others?
Well, neuroamps for one. They aid in mental illness, confidence boosting, and focus. Drone robots
You take them
for
off.
maintenance and security, tranquility for relaxation, Arbron for protection. Your work only helps us improve and expand upon these products that so many people love and benefit from.
Yeah, I mean, the tea thing's quite nice, but I'm sure you'll find a way to make that fucked up. Your neuroamps are clearly dodgy as shit. Your spaceships, okay, fairly legit. And selling guns is selling guns. I mean, they're stun guns, I suppose, so there is that. They're not that bad in that regard. So what's the bright side to corporate espionage, and sabotage, and murder?
Take comfort in knowing that you're
exactly.
deciding the methods behind your assignments. Not only that, but corporate espionage is the norm. Ryujin just handles it better than most. Competitor operatives have done far worse to accomplish less.
Well, we'll see. Somehow, I don't believe you.
Well, there's a reason we're the #1 tech corporation in the settled systems. If
Yeah.
we're truly that bad at our core, I doubt we'd still be operational. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
For a guy who was completely non-concerned about what anybody else thought about the company. But, yeah.
Just waiting for more info.
Very, very, very much the corporate line to kind of ignore the nastiness to get up to. And how could they be the #1 company if they're all bad? Maybe because they're really good at being bad.
Phew, I am just stuck here until the techs finish compiling some
Like a hat.
information I want.
I better do this right. Don't want you come breathing down my neck about it.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job.
Yeah, I guess all of these outfits are just variations on the corporate seats, but they are quite nice nonetheless. Ooh, that sucks, Steve. Not fun. Oh, that's alright, Steve. We basically worked that out when the guy who used to be the janitor said he was completely unmotivated until he stuck a neuroamp in his head and suddenly his motivation skyrocketed. That was a bit of a dead giveaway that something dodgy is going on. Told how much work I could create for them if I'm not careful. No, I wasn't actually. Basic theme was don't get caught. Feeling I won't be getting on most of them. Nice people in the company. Basic theme was don't get caught.
That doesn't surprise me. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get
Ooh,
you
recon
started.
stem, cool.
We have reason to believe that our friends at Kelt Corp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now.
Sounds like a job for Neon or Freestyle Security. Must be desperate if they're resorted to illegal activity. Big mistake on their part. I mean, she's just going to shoot that down as we've got no evidence. We'd rather deal with it ourselves. That one's... Well, we're going to do something illegal about it anyway, so big mistake on their part.
My words exactly. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers.
Bit trivial, but I can do that. I don't think I can. How to gain access to computers? What's in the data slate? What's in the data slate?
Think of it as a lesson that Kelt Corp gets to learn the hard way.
A virus, I would assume. It's very, very cyberpunk, that one. How do I get
That's up
access?
for you to determine. Think of it as the creative aspect of your job. There's always more than one way to get a job done around here.
Okay, I can do that.
Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at Kelt Corp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, it should be as if you were never there. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
Okay. CEO's got the one outfit you want that can't get. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. What's the perk, Steve? I wonder what the dialogue would be if it turned up in the House Varun suit. Ah, they've actually got a tranquility spot in the lobby. Didn't realise that. It'd saved me a walk across town if they'd done that. Sent me there.
Hamsa kept pestering me about this damn missing slate. Like security's got time to track something like that down.
Yeah, so got another random mission shouted at me.
What are you looking at?
Face is about to get schmacked.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settle.
It's alright, I'm fairly good at blowing them out of space if I need to. Cult Corp. Before we go in there. How you doing, Grim? You alright? Oh, I vaguely remember this. We have been here briefly. They're a mining corporation, I think.
Are you supposed to be here?
The lobby, the reception area. I'm fine.
I'm afraid we only sell direct to retailers.
Oh, yeah, I know, I remember. The mining guy across the way supposed to be was in debt to her and now possibly dating.
Saburo and I have gotten extremely close. I think he knows how I feel. Yeah. I sent along the credits to my father and convinced him to excuse all of the late penalties. He was a bit more reasonable about it than I expected. As for Saburo and I, we're working closer than ever before. On a plan together. For his business. To get it back on track, I mean, he really is a lovely man.
Sure.
Probably one of the most honest in this godforsaken city. It'll be my pleasure to help him get back on his feet.
And to trip him off them as well, I'm sure.
Tough city. You watch yourself out there.
I assume you're doing most of the discussions in the bedroom afterwards. See if I've gotten away with this or not. Load program. Purging something from them. Shipping order status. Okay, mining stuff. I seem to have gotten away with that.
What? I'm working here.
I don't imagine that was a particularly challenging one. There are limits.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Well, I've got one I could give you, but I'm not going to. I do like the neon strip. I forget what's the core, isn't it? It's called. It's basically a strip, isn't it? It's cool though. Yeah, they built a really, really big box to play around in. But filling it up is a little bit beyond what they had the time and resources to do, unfortunately.
Don't cause any trouble.
Ryujin colours on that security outfit do work well. It's cool. I like it.
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more support.
I'd hate to be on Miss Olzo's bad side.
Imogen's a stickler for details.
That's what I was afraid of. I just hate accessing
You happen
the
to see
combat
Linden
tech
on this floor.
database.
Give
It's
the girl a heads up?
anxiety-inducing.
I know what you mean, but that's your missing piece right there.
All right, I'll get on it.
Why? Do you want to try and encourage combat tech not to go into the non-lethal arms business?
Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report?
How about we talk payment? You don't already know.
A fair question. We may have plenty of eyes and ears out there, but I'm still going to need an answer.
Seems to ask about payment, but not for now. No incidents.
Setback. I knew you were going to be perfect for this job. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews.
Assassinations.
The cleaner your
blackmail.
work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand.
Like I say, you start docking my pay, I'm going to start shooting your executives. Clean work, maximum payouts. My work's as clean as it gets. Expect me to be flawless at a job like this. You want clean work, you should never hire me. My work's as clean as it gets.
And I hope it stays that way. In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light
pretty much,
cyber
go.
mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing.
Don't recall arts and crafts being in my job description.
And I'd argue that arts and crafts is exactly what we do here, just on a much higher level. One of our subsidiaries,
Touché.
Alberon, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company.
See, the problem is, I actually kind of like Laredo. Their CEO is up to good stuff. So, is there a way to do this that results in me not losing pay, but also not having to screw them over? Make sure it gets done. Laredo's hands are going to look pretty dirty. Even means success for Ryujin. Where do I need to leave this evidence? What are the do's and don'ts? Where do I need to leave this evidence?
Inspection will be similar to an audit. These things are usually pretty thorough. Filing cabinets, desks. I trust you can be smart about it.
What are these and don'ts?
We want a clean and careful job. Obviously, we don't want any bad press at this point, or we could lose the deal. I don't want to hear any news about bounties or bodies coming out of Aquila City.
I'll make sure it gets done.
Good. This one should be easy to pull off. Laredo has their own building, unlike Keltcorp, so at least there's only a single layer of security to deal with. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light on our friends at Laredo. Now, get going.
Again, unless their arms division are looking to branch out, then
If Alexis asks about me, I am not here.
yeah, unless they're looking to branch out, then I guess Laredo must be looking to branch out into non-lethal firearms, which doesn't seem very them, but I don't know, maybe. Perfect amount of Marmite. I like quite a lot of Marmite on my toast, to be honest, Steve. On the rare occasions I actually have Marmite on toast as opposed to using it for something else. Tends to go into other meals usually. Gravy. Yeah, Laredo's definitely not going to feel good, Gray. We'll see how it goes. I don't think there's going to be any particular moral high ground involved in Ryujin's stuff, but kind of knew that. Thought it might be an interesting questline to explore anyway. Not exactly going for hardcore roleplay here.
I'm not gonna say this twice. Get the hell away from me.
You want to say it a third time? Twice? Whatever, I don't know. Say it twice, I'll shoot you. There we go, that's what I was looking for. This guy's just hanging out down by the ramp, is he? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Vasco. Now that last one, Cult Corp. Don't know too much about the higher-ups, although they were willing to let Saburo out of his debt. With a little persuasion. And the lady on the receptionist there seems to be quite a nice lady. Daughter of the CEO, I think. Screwing them over doesn't really appeal. On the other hand, they were hacking into Ryujin to try and get an advantage, so... They must have known getting caught at it was not going to end well. Well, they should have known that anyway. Neon at night does look pretty awesome, although from that angle and with that wider field of view, it looks a little small.
Ships clear and the skies cold.
Up and away.
Orbital pattern.
Right, I'm going to take a quick stop by my outpost, which is... Okay, I forgot I was there and I went down, so actually up from there. It is here. And drop some stuff off. And then we'll head over to Aquila City. Let's go with anything under here I want to get rid of. Cappuccino with a bit of extra punch. So cappuccino with a bit of whiskey in it or something. Irish cappuccino. Nice. Get rid of the stuff I don't need now. should be on track for my next apartment video to be up tomorrow. Got it all done and decorated today. Looking forward to having the video up tomorrow. The edit shouldn't take very long tonight. Weird seeing Vasco appear up here, or like he's traversing into here, because he's not going to be in here. Gentlemen! I mean, I asked you to tidy up. Doesn't look like you have done. I'll have to give you a whack if you don't tidy up by the time we... well... yeah. Oops. Didn't mean to fall down into the computer room, which is clearly the basement. Don't have a lot of reason to come down here. It's kind of nice to do that once in a while. Yes. Next time, while I'm in Aquila City, I expect you to tidy up my ship. Since you made a god-awful mess, I didn't leave the gaffer tape in the middle of the bedroom floor. Clean it up. I don't want to know what you were getting up to that needed gaffer tape in the bedroom, but... Captain's bedroom, what the point? Tidy up, or I'll be whacking you when I get back.
Ship's ready. Hit start. Hit start.
They're wondering about knocking all of the non-static objects all over the place.
Recalculating.
Given that we can make objects static using the build menu, and I thought Bethesda would have done the same thing to loose objects, particularly in ships, so that that's not where I want to be. So that crew members don't just knock them about the shop. Yeah, I'd say that's a fairly accurate description of the situation, no?
Jump complete.
This is Freestar Space.
Want to
Please
do it
hold your
again,
current
just
speed
for
and heading
fun?
while we scan you for contraband.
No? Maybe later.
That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
Yeah. Oof. Plant the confidential files at the radio firearms in Aquila City. Yep, thought that problem was still going to be there. See whether or not the update fixes it in a couple of days. Two degrees me thingy. Yeah, it is here as well, apparently. So going that way. Leave, there is a back door. So. Yeah, it's definitely the best realised city in the game, I think. And I like it a lot. Reminds me of home a little bit. 8 degrees is cool. It's definitely pretty cool. Worst case scenario, we'll come back in at night. That was a bad choice. No, there's a sneaky entrance from just behind the walls here. Good to know about. Don't mind me, buddy. No such thing as the Midlands. Yep, it's very true. There's only the North and not the North. And if you're not the North, you're the South. I might be getting caught here. Cool, got that right. I wanted to check there. Yeah, that's definitely fresh. And we're out. 13 sunbathing weather in Yorkshire. It's not going to help you get a tan, though, is it? That temperature, I wouldn't imagine. How's it going, Courtney? All right? Kina City. It is very cool. The farms outside are very cool too. The whole area is pretty awesome. So, I took a turn there and I needn't have done, I think, or... I don't know. Oh, anyway. Well, there's a way up. I'm looking for a way down. Not bloody find it. Oh, no, wait, I came down there, didn't I? Okay, fair enough. Weird sort of loop round and down and down. So I'm down here, which is fine. Now where the heck's the way out? That way? There it is. Okay, found it. Bit of a warren. Sounds set to caused by UV radiation and heat. True. But you're still not going to get a great deal of UV if the temperature's as low as that. UV levels are likely to be quite low as well. With it being time of year and things, and...
Rock might have some work for someone like you.
Go on. Up. Let's climb on this thing that... really weird, and I don't know what's happened. This is weird. Shadows there. Casting shadows, clipping through objects. Solid on the top, solid where you can see it. Visible around here. Where does it become visible, I wonder? Back on the corners. Corner and that corner, I assume. See? Weird. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard of, Steve. Daylight balance bulbs in here. It doesn't help me much, though. Not from that point of view. It's the lighting better for videos and stuff, but...
Ship's good. Buckle up and let's go.
Lift off. It's that a keel of sky.
Orbit locked.
It's a new Starfield cocktail I've just come up with. Aquila Sunrise. Yeah, my headphones are shouting at me. Oh well. Well, we head back to Neon. I'll change the battery out because the other one's actually charged this time. Are daylight bulbs installed with that affect vampires? That's a good question. Depends on the vampires, probably. And their UV output, but I'm guessing probably not.
We're here. Hide on the stellar slide.
And that's it. Enjoy Neon.
Right. Wonder if those things are any good for video lights. Guess they probably are. Okay then. By the way, back to the orifice, main office.
Ever run into spaces?
I hate these semicircles on the floor. Like, I see what they're doing, it's a nice pattern and all, but it always makes you feel like I'm on the wrong side of the line and like it's just not right here. Don't like it. They make me feel uncomfortable. This says a great deal about me. Nice diffused daylight without being harsh bright. Probably be quite good then. Although the brightness level can be an issue. The amount of brightness sort of pointing in my face at the minute is really quite high, but it really needs to be. A better low light camera might have a bit more success, but this one's not the best at that.
I was hoping you'd show up soon. Is it done?
Nah, I just came here for the pleasure of your company. Cakewalk, never saw it coming. Done, but hardly seems fair. Done, but hardly seems fair.
If you've got some morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you. And the truth is, in this industry, this is about as fair as it gets. Laredo is far from squeaky clean, and believe me, we've got our own eyes out for their moves as well. Now, I think it's time to examine a different set of skills.
Getting a lot of digipics for my trouble here. What's next? Think I'm more improving myself. Always up for a challenge. Aren't I legally allowed some sort of break?
We expect our employees to self-manage when it comes to breaks. I recommend taking a moment whenever you feel that stress may be getting the better of you. Just be mindful of your time. This job requires a clear head.
Ready for whatever's next.
Nice to see I haven't worn you out yet.
You'll have to get a lot more interesting than that to wear me out.
And use some creative thinking to obtain their security keycard.
Hmm.
And when I say creative, I don't mean with a weapon. Either look the part and be persuasive, or be quick with your hands.
Stifling my creativity. Suggestions on getting a keycard?
A security chief isn't going to give the time of day to just anybody. A nice suit should do the trick. Or,
How about the appropriate
who knows?
uniform?
Some operatives are known to have a security guard uniform or two in their closet they can rely on. Just be careful. Getting caught could mean a mess, and cleanup isn't cheap.
What do you need the keycard for?
We just need some easy access to competitor security. Sometimes obtaining a legitimate form of access is preferred over brute forcing it.
I'll get started.
Good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to get that keycard without incident. Just remember, if anything does happen, it's up to you to bail yourself out.
Or a suit or a security guard uniform. Okay.
There's always work to be done. Pace yourself.
I see, at the clinic.
Make it a fast one.
Interesting. I don't think she mentioned the clinic. She just said jump straight to security guard uniform without mentioning where it was to come from, I think. Never went out of style. Clarity limited. I was going to try and get through the gap there, but I couldn't. And I didn't really look at it, so.
What do you call them?
Yeah, it's more like a safety warning sticker, isn't it? A bit like those fold-out baby changing units you get in public bathrooms that advise you to remove baby before folding back up again. It's that kind of warning sticker. Oh dear, Steve.
Greetings, Captain.
Lost in my thoughts, but glad to be back. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey, the ship! I tell you too. Disciplinary procedures. I'm missing a crew member, I think. Yeah, I am missing a crew member. He's supposed to be on board my ship. And I'm guessing the reason he's not is because I had Vasco on board. I would think. If anybody else who's good at missiles, should maybe look into getting somebody, then I can boost my missiles a bit more. I think Sam for payloads wouldn't be terrible. No, yeah, that's fine. I think we'll leave that as is for now. I'm looking for somebody who's not here to be found. Okay. Yes, I've heard it before as well, Gray. I suspect most people have at some point. Need to stop by my outpost, I think. Especially as I don't have a suit, I don't think. Ow. Ooh. Ha ha ha.
Into position.
Oh.
And we are now in stable orbit.
Not sure what put a very strange strain on my back there, but something did. Interesting. Didn't realise that EM weapons passed through shields. I thought you had to take the shields out first. Glad I now know you don't have to do that. That's interesting. Now, if I remember rightly, security outfit should be here. Need to figure out what I'm going to build next. Small outpost gym might not be a bad idea. Still need one more other thing at least.
Hello, Captain.
Let's go. That's interesting, right? There may be an exception that gets them around the rule somewhere, or it may be a typo, or it may be that they're not selling it in the UK so they can kind of bend the rules and get around it. Or I don't know. I think they wouldn't be able to do that last one, but you never know. Or it might be Aussie's reverting to type, you know?
We're clear. Stable orbit achieved. Stay here forever. Well, hope.
That'd be the one. They reminded me of something. I've been watching a bit of a streaming service that is run by one of the conventional broadcasters in the UK. The regular TV channels, basically. And I've noticed there is quite a marked difference between the sort of ads you get on something like YouTube or on more traditionally streaming-centric and video-centric platforms, so YouTube or other streaming services when they have them. The ads tend to be different in style to the kind of ads that are being shown on the one that is a TV channel affiliated. I'm guessing because the ads that I'm seeing on there were designed for TV. And I have noticed that television ads are substantially more obnoxious and unpleasant to watch and just make you feel horrific than online-based ads. Don't know why, but that's just the weird vibe I got from it. Coming in hot. A little bit too hot. And yeah, seeing TV ads are fucking horrific. Because I haven't seen ads designed for TV specifically in a long time, and I'd forgotten how much more offensive they are. You don't get ads for products that are legal in the UK on TV, whereas YouTube shows them. Yeah, admittedly, those ads are particularly unpleasant when you're lumbered with seeing them. Which I haven't had to deal with, to be honest, no. Not on the streaming site, but it's more of a tone, a design, style thing rather than a product-based thing. Although I do see really freaking dodgy adverts on YouTube quite regularly, and I tend to report them as being like, you're promoting a scam here, maybe you want to not be doing that. No, God knows that makes any difference. It's not like they get back to you, is it? How are we doing, Powder Monkey? Welcome on in. Thank you very much for the new sub. Yeah, I haven't watched broadcast TV in years. I was watching on-demand streaming stuff, but the adverts are presumably because it's owned by a conventional TV channel, even if it's not actually functioning as one. They're showing the same sort of adverts, and it's horrific. Yeah, I saw about Prime adding ads. It's $2.99 or something, $3.99 maybe a month here. But that's basically $5, so yeah, with exchange rates and stuff, so yeah, I will probably be kicking Prime into touch very, very soon, because I'm not getting a lot of use out of it at the moment, and yeah, I don't particularly fancy paying to avoid ads on top of everything else I pay them, especially not when I'm not going to use the service a very great deal. So it's freestyle security that I need a uniform of, which is interesting. It's definitely interesting. What's also interesting is, for some reason, things seem to be going better today than they did yesterday. I don't know. Maybe it is the router being shite. That's not the one I need, I don't think. Wear a suit or security guard uniform. Security key card and click. Suit or security uniform. Think. Maybe it's back at my... Or maybe that's what I saw and I was thinking of, which is not correct. I should have a 3-star. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, that works apparently. That suit will do the job, even though it's not the right one. Yeah, we'll see how bad the ads are here. Normally I would agree that the main benefits are worth it, but I'm just not using them enough to put up with it. So there's no point in having a service, paying for a service I'm just not using, really. I'll buy a bunch more coffee filters and then kick it in touch, I think. Few streamers playing YouTube, putting ads into videos that have been demonetized. Yeah, they've started, even if you don't have a membership and partner program, so you can't monetize your content, you may still end up with ads running in your videos, but YouTube just takes all of the revenue from it. So if you're like below the threshold to get into partner program, it's
I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
fair enough, Vasco. But yeah, that was a thing they changed a while ago, or started introducing. I guess demonetized ones work the same way. They're trying to get people to run a lot more ads on streams as well, whilst at the same time getting more people. They want to up and improve their streaming, I don't know, environment and the number of people who are watching streams on YouTube and stuff, but they're not doing the basic things that they need to do to succeed in that area. Unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Dr. Darvish took a chance on me, hiring me fresh out of training.
You lost? Because you don't look like you belong here. Someone send you over here for something?
Yeah, I kind of wanted one of their uniforms. I've got one somewhere because I got attacked by one of the 3-star security guys in Hopetown and defended myself, and that was that. I have a huge photo task. I need to borrow your security keycard.
Sorry, but that's not the type of thing I can just hand over without proper authorization. Do you want to tell me what's going on?
Until my reasons of orders I can't discard. Getting a temporary keycard, but I lost it. Need to access a few files. Help out fellow security officer. Never mind. Spare the orders I can't disclose one.
I don't care what your orders are. No explanation means no keycard.
Let's wait.
I thought I made myself clear. I'm not giving you my card.
Come on, I wouldn't joke about a situation like this. That's smooth. Hand it over now, narrow window here. Could be what I want, or you'll never get rid of me. Glad you're starting to realise you may as well just hand it over. Give me what I want, or you'll never get rid of me, because I don't need a... I've only need to get through one more, so might as well go for the easiest option.
Oh my god, you're serious, aren't you? Here's the card.
Just nagged her into it.
You give it back when you're done.
Yeah. If I was her, I'd be like, right, if I haven't got this back within a couple of hours, if I'd been... I mean, she's obviously not completely trusting me. She knows it's probably not a good idea to hand it over, so she should basically say either not hand it over at all, I'll watch you use it if need be, or she should just say if it's not back by the end of the day, then I cancel that card and get a new one, basically, whatever the equivalent is. Deauthorize it and replace it with a new one, so that it no longer works. Like, just asking her for a keycard. I mean, if it goes missing, gets deactivated, won't work for more than a few hours. It's not something they can just keep in a drawer for when they need it. Or it shouldn't be, unless the security is really shit. I mean, I can't imagine they get too many people looking to try and score drugs out of the clinic there on account of it being only accessible by spaceship and not that easy to get to. But pirates you'd think might be a problem and stuff. Yeah, you press the board button then. And I've had to run all the way back up here.
Ship's detached. We're clear.
Turned the wrong way, apparently. Let's go. Stars have been dialed back. Remember in a conversation there. Not sure who it was or what conversation it was. I think it might have been a conversation I had with my other half.
Alright, we're done.
About the virtues of sort of mechanical switches over touch screens and stuff. In this case that I'm thinking of, though, it was a hire car I had at Christmas had a touch screen on the dashboard. And a load of ordinary switches, like mechanical switches as well. Like the mechanical switches I preferred because if I needed to tweak something I could adjust it more easily without looking, whereas you can't really operate a touchscreen without looking. Unless you know it very, very, very well, but, you know, I didn't, so. So my preferred outfit. I might see if he's got a decent suit actually that I can buy.
This is the only shop in town where you... Here, have a look.
It's not the only shop in town where I'm buying Neuromaps actually, but boardroom suit, power suit, salary suit. That's not terrible. It's better than the other two I've looked at so far. Megacorp executive suit. Again, that's a bit weird. Oh god, my eyes are all like itchy. Sleeves are weird on that. There's a lot of things weird about this. I think I'm going to go with that one though. Wearing it for the lols, I think.
See you next time.
Okay, you need some kind of hat to go with this, but you know. It's definitely not quite as nice as the boss lady's seat, but. Megacorp executive was the one you go for, Guy. She's wearing the same thing but with better colours.
Hey there.
Jesus. It was a bit, there's a bit of a certain joke about gay horses.
My next assignment can't start.
Which is a little bit too full on that. Yeah, she was wearing the same one, but it does have... I think the shoulder strapping might be a little different. I don't know. No, it's just the colours are different. You're absolutely right. The colours are better. Yeah, but it's just... I feel like the fold might be a bit different on the lapel. Well, there might be a couple of little differences. Maybe it's just because on a female character model it's slightly different instead of a male one. And the bit around the waist looks a bit different, the red kind of belt bit. Or up front it looks a bit different anyway. Yeah, no, it's just the lighting. Okay.
Hey there. Got that key card for me?
Space running vibes. Yeah, it's not bad for that. It's key card.
Now we're talking. Not bad for a novice. I think you're ready to kick things up a notch, and your timing couldn't be better.
3 med packs and some credits. Hope it's a real challenge. My skills are languishing. Always ready to square the competition. Still questioning the legality of this job. Yeah, legality of this job.
You may as well question the entire corporate world at that point. Just think of what we do here as standard business practices.
That doesn't make it okay.
It requires a bit more discretion for 2 reasons. First, you'll be dealing with high-level executives, and second, you'll be in the Astra Lounge here in Neon.
Yeah, I have no particular problem with it. It's not the law breaking that bothers me, it's the reason behind the laws. Details. Social space isn't really my thing. Astral Lounge sounds exciting. What's the significance? Bayou's territory. I think that is going to lead to that. Okay, significance of the Astral Lounge.
If you haven't already heard the name Benjamin Bayou, you'd better get familiar. The man runs Neon and has ties to anything significant here, including Ryujin. The trade tower.
A lot of dirty little fingers and a lot of dirty little pies.
The Lounge is the heart and soul. You do anything to scar that and make a scene, I guarantee it'll come back to haunt us.
So in Bayou's territory.
Exactly. And since you seem to be familiar with him, you probably know how much we don't like to upset him.
Details?
The assignment is pretty easy. Our techs failed to uncover a potential deal between Infinity Ltd and Quantum Synergies. Your job is to make sure that deal fails.
Tell me about these 2 companies.
Infinity Ltd is one of our aspiring competitors.
TD means limited, crying out loud.
Fields, ships and neuroamps being the exception. Quantum Synergies specializes in ship operating software. We don't consider them a major competitor since their product line is so narrow. If the 2 are meeting to work out a contract, that tells us Infinity must be looking to get into the ship business. And we'd like to delay that, if we can.
Cool.
That's what we're hoping for. You'll be speaking with Quantum Synergy's Executive Director, Zola Adisa, and their financial manager,
I think I've met her.
Cruz. I'll be giving you a dossier on both. I strongly suggest you read them for talking points.
Read dossier so I can say all the right things. Can you give me a breakdown?
I suppose I can give you a brief rundown. We'll start with Zola. Zola is a born and bred executive. It runs in the family, so she's highly accustomed to an upper-class lifestyle. She's a narcissist who's also obsessed with public perception, both of her and Quantum Synergies. She wants to be associated with the latest and greatest, so she's drawn to innovation and quality.
She's into innovation courses. She should be working here. I'm not sticking my tongue up her ass. Come on. Great. I love dealing with self-absorbed people.
Zola may be self-absorbed and superficial, but she's also smart. Her drive to keep both her name and Quantum Synergies in a positive spotlight have led to several innovations in ship OS software. As for her talking points, the key things to remember are: Infinity is the cheap version of Ryujin. They're a follower, not a leader, and they lack any sense of clear vision.
How is Infinity cheap version of Ryujin?
Infinity Ltd's strategy to make money is to cut cost on quality. You can compare any one of our products to theirs and see it almost instantly. Low-grade synthetics, flimsy thin materials, high energy usage, they issue at least 1 or 2 recalls a year.
Do they have any original products of their own?
They've launched several, but none survive long. Nothing that would be as big as neuroamps or grav drives. That's why they've taken to just following whatever trends companies like Ryujin set. If they can't make money off ingenuity, they can certainly sell someone a cheaper version of a more expensive product they may want.
Why does Infinity lack clear vision?
Infinity has struggled with leadership and turnover for a long time now. Lucas Drexler is probably the 5th CEO they've had in the past few years. Plus, it's hard to keep good employees when much better corporations who will pay more are out there.
This is very true. Okay.
Just remember, you can refer to the dossier at any time as a refresher.
Yep,
Now,
definitely need to, because it wasn't very clear.
Arthur is a self-made man, and he prides himself on that. He's a full package, having both an extremely good knack for numbers and knowing how to talk to people. As Quantum Synergy's financial manager, he's all about driving profit with as little risk as possible. He makes decisions based on facts and heavily researched trends.
I'd love to get some thoughts on what constitutes an acceptable risk. Corporation would be lucky to have him. Don't much financial talk. Well, I've got a point into commerce, so or a few.
Sounds like the two of you could really hit it off. Arthur's a great talker, but even the best can lose an audience when finance is the topic. Talking points for Arthur are aimed at steering him toward Ryujin over Infinity Ltd. Ryujin's profits are 25.7% higher than Infinity's, even with a superior quality product. Infinity's profits are fabricated. They're one audit away from ruin. We have a history of being financially secure that's never wavered, and we have the legal and marketing teams to handle anything that might threaten that.
And the operatives. How do we know so much about Infinity's profits versus our own? What were Arthur's talking points? Why we're trying to steer him towards region? How do we know about so much about Infinity's profits?
We keep an extremely close eye on our competition. Thanks to operatives like you, that information is almost always at our disposal.
Yep. Why do we want to steer him this way?
Quantum Synergies is the top name in ship OS. Their reputation has allowed them to keep the best engineers on their payroll. We can't deny that working with them would be beneficial for us, and Arthur is our best bet in making that happen. Besides, an open collaboration gives us easier access to information we'd otherwise have to find a more clever means of discovering. Sounds like you're ready then. I'd still highly recommend reading the dossiers, though. Sometimes bullet-pointed statements can stick out in minds easier than conversation.
Got it.
Exactly. Those lines are most likely to sway Zola and Arthur away from Infinity, not to mention give them a gentle nudge in our direction. The Infinity Ltd rep is Nina Hart. I'll also be giving you an altered version of her presentation to swap out with the original. We've changed several figures, just enough to cause sufficient confusion throughout their meeting.
Sounds like the meeting's going to be chaos. Stopping presentation will make them look incompetent. How did you manage to get this presentation in the first place? How do I get access to a presentation?
We got lucky on that one. Nina was making some last-minute changes to it at her own home and happened to save it to her personal data storage. Of course, we were able to access it, so we fabricated our own with new figures and put it on an Infinity Ltd slate. Assuming she's using an Infinity Ltd slate is a bit of a gamble, but one we're willing to take.
So somebody managed to hack into her personal computer and see what she's up to. Hacking into the home computers of the competition. It's getting lower and lower and lower, really, this company's behaviour.
If
How
it's
do I swap
in her
it?
person, it will be in the suite she has reserved. Suites are patrolled, so she'll believe it's secure. If you can't manage to get her room key or deal with the door itself, try Boone Morgan, the manager. Boone appreciates credits, if you know what I mean.
Sounds like that meeting's gonna be
Whenever
chaos.
executives are faced with numbers that don't properly match up, any faith they may have had will falter. Finally, I recommend dressing appropriately, so I've taken the liberty of having a suit made for you. We need absolute discretion on this one. I don't want any
Gotta regret
SSN
buying one now.
broadcasts about murder in the Astral Lounge. Got it?
No murder on the dance floor. Got it. What if we're not really into suits, says the man wearing a suit.
If you think you can do better, you're welcome to it. I suppose I can even provide you with a small allowance.
Oh no, I want the suit.
Business attire is preferred. Club attire would be second to help blend in.
Goes in wearing neon dancer outfit. Shows up. Much of it showed up for the interview wearing a neon dancer, club dancer's outfit with the weird ball head thing and the spikes off the shoulders. Why don't you dress appropriately?
Business executives aren't going to take advice from just anyone. Show up looking like an Ebbside street rat or mercenary for hire, and you're lucky if they'll even acknowledge you.
Rock and roll.
I bet you are. Just remember to keep a low profile. Don't let the Astor Lounge distract you too much.
Okay. Fitted business suit added. Okay, so let's have a look at this suit that she's given me. I mean, it's not really. It's not as good as the one I've just bought. Gives me a greater persuasion chance. Why? Because it's got a bit pink on it. That one only gives me a 5% boost. I'll stick with the one that gives me a 5% boost because it looks better. Let's have a look at these dossiers then. Zola. Notable relationships. Delilah Adisa as a mother. Retired CFO at Inception. Amani Adisa as a sister. PR at Century Mills. Narcissist. Obsessed with public perception. Appreciation for professionalism in manner and appearance. Drawn towards innovation. Qualities key. Strong dislike to be associated with anything less. Infinity is cheap version of Ryujin. Infinity is following our leader. Lacks clear vision with constant reorganization. Praise quantum synergies if opportunity presented. Okay, and Alpha Cruz. Charismatic, friendly, likes talking to people, stickler for facts and details, credits and how to increase his accounts, financial security. Talking points. Infinity projects profits are fabricated. Ryujin's profits are higher and produce high quality project. Infinity's marketing and legal teams are compared to Ryujin's, and Ryujin provides financial security. Okay, simple enough. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Time to go clubbing. All you seals, watch out.
The chef school? Is there a type of weapon competent?
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
Just to annoy the copper. Got to irritate the space copper. They were on neon, they're probably corrupt anyway. Yeah, I really feel like I should have turned up for this meeting wearing that outfit. Somebody may be getting a little high, so Zola's here, huh?
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
You're on business, like you are as well.
Yes, unfortunately. I wish I could say it was all pleasure. But I do have a business meeting to attend later.
I'm sure someone's sure to impress you if you're at the someone's sure out to impress you at the Astral Lounge. Who do you work for? Must have business with Ryujin. Who do you work for?
Quantum Synergies. I assume you have heard of us.
Of course. Top leader in spacecraft operating systems.
It is nice to see you are familiar with our business.
Safety feature on Starship. Yeah, exactly. What's that business with Ryujin?
Ryujin Industries. A good guess since we are here in Neon, but no. Infinity Ltd.
Infinity sounds risky. Does bringing you out to a fancy setting really work in Infinity's favour?
Of course. They're putting forth effort to impress us, which shows they value and respect us. It won't have any significant impact when it comes down to business decisions, but it makes a good impression.
Persuasion time. Risky.
Risky, you say? By all means, enlighten me.
Cheap version of Ryujin, cuts corners and still can't match Ryujin's profits. Isn't a strong brand. Figured you'd be more into quality. If I could one-shot it with that would be cool. Cuts corners still can't match. No, cheap version because she doesn't want to be seen as cheap.
Cheap is a word Quantum Synergy should never be associated with. I believed our team had thoroughly researched Infinity. But your comment gives me pause.
Heard they're run by idiots. Stable partner. Infinity's leadership is constantly changing. Alright, leadership's constantly changing. Let's go for the... well, the blue one I'm assuming is the one that's... like... green should be easy to persuade, but blue doesn't kind of fit into the rest of it, so I assume it's the one that's tied to information have been given.
Their instability was cited as a pain point, but one we could deal with as long as we maintained control of all joint projects. However, upheaval always comes with its own series of issues, delays, morale, public perception, and Drexler has yet to prove he can provide the consistency that I would prefer. Perhaps it really is more than I'm willing to undertake. A surprising conversation, and one I would never expect from someone such as yourself. I suppose the old saying, never judge a book by its cover, is appropriate here. It seems I have quite a bit to reconsider now. So it looks like the pleasure aspect of my trip needs to be postponed. Thank you for the insight.
I don't know what she's trying to say about me. I'm, like, suited and booted.
What?
Although I do really look like somebody who probably doesn't look comfortable in a seat. So there is that.
The music is amazing.
All these years, and Bayou hasn't let this place slip a single notch.
Hmm.
The man knows how to run a business.
Yeah. Terrify your staff. When they're not terrified, play with drugs. Threaten, blackmail, and butcher the competition. Yeah, that tends to work all right. Look like quite the businessman yourself. Never fast and impressed. Speaking of business, I'll talk to you. Look like quite the businessman yourself.
As do you. Tell me, you don't happen to work for Infinity Ltd, do you?
If I wanted to work in tech, I'd choose Ryujin. No, I'd hate for anyone to think I do.
Got something against Infinity, I take it. I'd love to hear your reasons why.
Profits are fabricated. One investigation away from a massive lawsuit. Books aren't legit, they're struggling. Shock me stuff's a mess. Profits are fabricated.
That's an awfully big claim to make. You'd have to have some inside details on their operation. However, it does match some of my own research that I've been conducting into their finances.
Regions' profits are higher with quality included.
Aren't you the resourceful one? That number tracks with the insider details I've been getting. Interesting.
Insider details. Does he actually have somebody inside, or
I quite enjoyed our little talk.
is it a double
But
agent?
It sounds like I need to take another look at some data before I head into this presentation of theirs. See you around, and maybe next time I'll be doing business with you.
Maybe. Switch her presentation. I'm not sure if it's up here or if it's elsewhere.
What?
Ah, it's over here in the VIP booth. Sure, I'm not getting caught. A novice level door, of course it is, because otherwise people who have not taken any skills wouldn't be able to complete the quest. Mission accomplished. Where's the lift? Where's the lift? Apparently I can't go all the way around. I thought I could. Squeeze my way past this one, apparently. Yeah. My schnoz is tickly. Lots of sneaky so far. I mean, it's a bad corporation screwing over other companies that are probably not that great for the most part, but there's excuse me. There's also some bits here and there that I have a bit more of an issue with, like the Laredo thing.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What did we do before the Laredo thing? Forgotten what the first mission was now. Oh yeah, hacking into Keltcorp's computers to upload a virus. Didn't feel good about that either. I mean, everything since is kind of neither here nor there, but...
I'm a little busy right now.
Interesting outfit for Ryujin operative.
Just waiting for more info. As usual.
Well, that wasn't too bad, was it?
It's really the quest line for Sneaky Scots. Yeah, it's definitely got a Thieves Guild vibe, sort of, kind of. It falls into a similar section of play. Piece of cake.
You're a natural. I'm not just saying that because I hired you. The Astral Lounge can be overwhelming for some, with all its bells and whistles. Tie that in with manipulating people who are the equivalent of their boss's boss, most junior-level ops would start to show their cracks. Overall, not bad for your first high-profile assignment. You even earned yourself a bonus, which Lyndon was more than happy to give.
Ryujin's comment so bad it wouldn't look out of place in Fallout. Very, very true. I remember who Lyndon is. He's the financial guy who was threatening to dock my wages if I screwed up. And I threatened to decorate his office wall with his brains if he tried it. Bonus is common?
Only as common as the flawless assignments you pull off. No one wants to clean up a mess. It takes a toll on several departments, which is why we like to promote a clean assignment.
Thank you for the bonus.
It's well deserved. Just keep making me look good, and there'll be more where that came from. But no rest for the weary at Ryujin. We've got a decent backlog of assignments, and they just keep coming, so I hope you're still good to go. At least this next one will be a break from all the chatter.
No rest from for the weary, she says. That's a deliberate sidestep of no rest for the wicked, which would be more appropriate. Or just a weird choice of phrase. I'm guessing it's a deliberate sidestep, but you know, I like to actualize some people. Less human interaction, the better. Well, that's me. What's next on the agenda?
Your next assignment is to remind the competitor of their place in the corporate food chain. Some call it retaliation, but we like to think of it as tough love.
Like the common sayings? I don't know.
Hey, are we talking or what?
Yeah, it's not one I hear very often. I mean, I hear it sometimes, but every time I hear it, it just jars me as being like, new. It's like a cleaned up version for people who want to not have a negative reflection on themselves, usually in the same kind of sense as sticking your head in the sand to avoid problems. It's like, not like when they look the reality in the face. At least that's the way it rolls to me, anyway. It appears to me. As opposed to rest for the wicked just being on the mark. Is this like the Celt Corp assignment?
Not quite. When you uploaded that virus onto Celt Corp's network, that was a warning intended to slow down their internal productivity. Celt Corp suffered the effects of that silently, although I guarantee they endured some serious client complaints. This assignment is about making our target look completely negligent in the public eye.
Ooh. Wicked Slayer. Yeah. Like I say, I have heard both, but when I hear weary, like I say, it usually comes off as somebody who doesn't want to apply the word wicked to themselves. Whether because they don't want, any personal ego thing or image thing or whatever else. Denial thing. What did this competitor do to upset Ryujin?
Let's just say we don't tolerate theft or smear campaigns against us.
So you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
You better not get caught. And if you want to tarnish our good name, you better be ready for repercussions.
Yeah, dish it out, but can't take it. Sounds like overkill to me. Well, they're trying to do the same thing, so...
Most
the details.
corporations live and die by public perception.
I feel dirty yet? A little bit.
To a good reputation, which leads to profits. And, like it or not, we're all here for the profits. Your assignment is to plant an ARC device. The ARC will allow us to frame our competitor for gross negligence and tank the public's perception.
What the heck is an ARC device?
ARC stands for Assault, Reprogram, Corrupt. We think of it as a multi-tool of sorts. The ARC locates hard wiring and manipulates the information current being sent back and forth. Depending on the situation, it's designed to do all sorts of things, but inevitably, they all result in malfunction.
So, sabotage.
You can call it what you like, but most importantly, it's your next assignment.
I'm starting to get a little worried, because this one is a good point. Gross negligence sounds like it could get people hurt. Like, damaging the company's rep's one thing. Except for the fact that it generally, if you're too effective at it, results in the company making losses, which results in managers deciding that so that it doesn't come out of their pay packet, it must come out of everybody else's, and therefore making redundancies. So basically you're screwing over the people who are least responsible in the long run. Because the people who are most responsible insulate themselves so they're the last people to be affected. Because they're scum.
You're not wrong. Believe me,
And also that.
we don't take these assignments lightly. They're also one of few that Masako herself needs to sign off on, and only our most trusted operatives receive them. You just need to plant the arc and avoid detection. Our technicians will handle the rest, and they're instructed to avoid as much harm as possible.
Hope Tech, huh? You see, I'm feeling really bad about this. Is there a way to work around this? I don't think there is a way to avoid doing this. Or limit the damage. It's just a case of go do. First playthrough you did Neon first, so you were sort of neutral on the missions. It wasn't until later you found out who you were screwing over, yeah. Like, screwing over Hope Tech, if you did this early, wouldn't be so bad because Ron Hope's in charge and he deserves it. On the other hand, as always, the higher-ups are the least affected people because they make damn sure that everybody else suffers before they do. Of course, they're scum.
This shift doesn't end.
Unfortunately, now Ron Hope's gone, it literally is guaranteed to hit good people, not bad people. Feels so dirty watching these guys, you think standing as a Tory MP. It's about right. Except the Tory MP would be more like Imogen, as she's not actually getting her hands dirty, and, you know, Tories haven't got big enough balls for that. If they did, they wouldn't be Tories. Blame the brain puts him on the most fit. Yes, but it's a little unrelated to this, though, isn't it? It's an incidental side effect. Although, if I'd done this first, you could ask whether or not this influenced the company struggling, which then set him off on his own, like, bad chain of events. I ask him to clean up. I come back and there's more shit on the floor. Can't get the crew these days. I even pistol whipped him for not doing it the first time. What did they do? They made more of a mess.
Ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, go!
Get the stuff.
Ah, there. Stable orbit achieved, like a toy sailboat released into a calm pond.
Off we go. I don't know what the deal with Polvo Station is. Haven't had a reason to go there yet.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
The black and white colour scheme. What do you mean on the ship, Steve?
Pardon.
I just felt it looked reasonably clean and crisp.
Keep an eye on your valuables. You can't protect you.
Yeah. I don't like the bright colours on spaceships, just seems odd to me. I'm not being shot at, so not to start.
My company only uses Hope-Tech ships. Never had a problem.
Technically, I'm rolling a Hope-Tech ship as well.
We'd be dust except for the factory.
Eee. Well, this factory doesn't look anywhere near big enough to turn out enough starships to support a company like Hope-Tech. I'm enjoying the layout of this space though, it's quite cool. What? A minute ago I said all the way up and over. Now you've moved. Also, I've just seen where that quest marker's pointing. And I've got a very bad feeling about this. So I'm not quite sure how the heck I'm supposed to get up and into this ship. It seems all sealed off, I guess. I do feel... Rip. We're on Hope's corpses. Where did he die somewhere else and run away? I can't remember. I think he stood his ground and died, but his corpse is gone. Hers is not, interestingly. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, forgotten. Completely forgot. I feel like sabotaging a ship is going to end up with a dramatically...
Freestar security, stop running! Hold it right there, you're under arrest.
Under a vest? Oh, take me alive!
Why do I always get the dumb ones? Freestar security, give it
Getting the homicidal one.
Engaging the enemy.
Cool. Where the heck did you come from? Play that again, without the need for murder. No, I'm not trying to avoid using it. Just feels a bit more natural to climb the stairs in an environment like this. Should they look like a kneeling down moose? Interesting. Yeah, I do feel like sabotaging a ship might be a particularly bad choice, and a choice that's particularly likely to end with serious consequences. Got away with it that time. Please go away. Not right now. Can't fault the taste though. Yeah. It might have needed a lot more time to sink into producing content and to making some of the spaces bigger and more, well, expansive and interesting, Starfield. But the spaces they did make, they have absolutely nailed and they look amazing. They're really, really cool. Not necessarily that the game's got the most stupendously, incredibly perfect graphics in the history of gaming, but they do look really cool.
Just keep it holstered.
My brain went to exactly the same place there, Gray. Well, I can't remember the name of the song.
Fascinate me.
Every time Barrett says that, I just want to twist it, and it's not good. So I like the premise for this quest line so far. The setup and stuff is quite interesting, but essentially it's go to place and either hack thing and place thing or pick lock and place thing, and it amounts to basically the same thing. So every mission is just like the same mission with different clothes in a different place. So not as exciting as it might have been, I think. A bit more variety and slightly more interesting dynamic quest design would have been cool on this. So I cannot dock with Polvo Station. Okay, fair enough. Oh dear. I'm driving anywhere today. Horribly offended. Nothing wrong with my driving. Or my flying of spaceships. It's not my fault that space station got in the way.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Actually, Steve, that's not correct. I did watch The Princess Bride the other day. Last week. Something. Recently. After we last discussed it, I ended up watching it. And I did enjoy it. I don't know I go quite so far as greatest film ever made, but it was good. I was a little bit like, what on earth is happening here? For a minute, but then, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Keep moving. Scanners won't hurt you.
Keep it moving.
There's a bounty on you.
Nice. No space fender benders. No, I mean, I did fly straight into the side of a space station at one stage, I think. But otherwise... Well, there's more and more people filling up this lobby over time, which is interesting. is a nice plant. Can we have that for our outpost, please? I like that shrub.
Hey there. Got an update for me?
Mission accomplished. Only one bit of safe scumming required. Done, but still feels extreme.
Your concern is noted, but unfortunately, extreme measures are the only ones that work in a situation like this. Now, on to the next, right? Oh, but before I forget, the results of your Astral Lounge escapades are in. I'm happy to say that the deal was officially called off. Masako was very pleased with the outcome, so she arranged a bonus through Linden.
So I get bonuses on that last one twice now.
Things when it came to Arthur. Quantum Synergies actually reached out to us to negotiate a potential deal.
Nice. Yes, it does make even more sense now that you pointed out. Not seen it yourself, no? You should. It was good. Silly, but good. How did the presentation go?
My sources tell me it was a train wreck. Once her numbers didn't match up, Arthur was all over her with questions. It didn't take long for her to break composure, and that's when she lost Zola. So you could say that presentation went perfectly, as far as we're concerned. Hence the bonus.
Do I get a bigger bonus if the deal between Quantum and Ryujin goes through?
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Several other parties will be involved in that deal on a more legitimate level. And believe me, bonuses like this for operatives are few and far between.
Nice. Never seen a Harry Potter film. Yeah, they're alright. They're not bad. Books are better. Author's awful. What can you do? Thank you for the bonus.
You earned it. So, back to business. In order to stay on top of the market, we have to know what our competition is doing. The next assignment requires a more brute force approach, since the chances of them sharing that information is unlikely.
Ooh. Well, I think for now, we'll knock that on the head and come back to it next time, because unfortunately, time's weird chariot and all that. Rafik, huh? I think his name's come up at some point. Yeah, there are some good quotes in there for sure. Having only seen it the once, I might need to watch it a bit more before I really wrap my brain around them. But there we go. Interesting. Yeah, definitely would say read the books instead of the films. There's a question though. If you're going to do both, which order should you do them in? Well, if you watch the films after reading the books, then you see all the bits that they left out and kind of the good bits that they skipped over and made less good. You kind of end up with more answered questions, I suppose, if you go film and then book. But I'd say just read the book. Yeah, the author of The Witcher is pretty awful as well. Mind you, some of that comes out in his actual books. So, you know. It's kind of worse in some ways. But yeah, kind of true. JB's decided to make Princess Bride one of Rick's Christmas watch films. It's a good addition for sure, Steve. Definitely enjoyed it. Hogwarts Legacy is a good time. I will eventually pick Hogwarts Legacy up, but probably when it's down to about £2 or so, or something like that. Because, yeah. I've definitely given J.K. Rowling more than enough money at the moment. And I'm kind of interested in playing the game, but I'm never going to stream it. But yeah, I don't want to give her a bent penny more than I have to anymore. Yeah. Can't go. Well, I don't know. Don't regret buying and reading the books and still enjoy them, but yeah, kind of sucks to find out after the fact that somebody's as repulsive as they are. What can you do? Alright, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good one. Have a good weekend. Speaking of weekend, video up tomorrow. Going to be on the second of the apartments, second of the player housing options in Neon, which is fitting considering we're doing the Ryujin questline at the moment. The Sky Suite. So yeah, that has come together in reasonably swift order this afternoon. So on track to have that video up tomorrow, which should be fun. Yeah, I can't imagine most of the Harry Potter games are very good. I gather the consensus seems to be that Hogwarts Legacy is, but I wouldn't think any of the others are particularly exciting. Anywho. Yeah. Looking forward to getting that video up tomorrow. That's my plan for the rest of the evening, or one of my plans for the rest of the evening, is to do most of the edits anyway. Shouldn't take too long. And oh, it's Friday, isn't it? Okay, yeah, brain's just caught up. Yeah, and then we'll have I'll do the voiceover tomorrow, and video should be up on time. It's done all the thumbnailing and stuff like that, so definitely on track. Yeah, quite pleased with how that came together. I don't know how far we are through the Ryujin storyline, how much more of it there is left. We'll see. I feel like there's maybe a couple more ordinary missions, and then it's going to start moving towards its climax, or start moving on a bit from just go here, click button type missions. I think the nature of it's going to shift before too long. Maybe not massively, but I feel like it will change. At least I hope so. Yeah, this is not exactly moving towards anything remotely resembling a story type conclusion yet, so there needs to be a change in tone in order for that to happen, but that's cool. So that's the plan on Monday. We'll see how that goes. If we get the questline finished off, then I can go and see Vlad and start chasing down some extra powers and stuff, because I'm pretty sure everything that's available should open up now, because we're not far off a run towards the end of the game, which we will be doing, I think, once we've done Ryujin. There's another quest in Neon that's popped up, which might actually have been that guy I just saw who... I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Anyway, there's another quest outside of the Ryujin questline in Neon that's popped up, so I can go and do that. And then, again, we are on a run of... We've got next week and Monday, and a week on Monday, and a week on Monday. To run through in order to be lined up in time for the launch of Enshrouded, which, if we don't hit, is fine. I'll just jump onto that once we're done with Starfield. But yeah, I think we're more or less on track to match up quite nicely with that, so that should be cool. But yeah, even once the stream's finished, of course, we'll be doing semi-regular videos on Starfield and keeping an eye out for updates and patches and things like that. There will be a patch coming in the next couple of weeks. Bethesda announced earlier today that the next patch is 2 weeks away, but is going into beta testing on the Steam beta branch thingamajig as of, I said tomorrow, fairly soon anyway. Can't remember what the exact day was. So very soon. Might have to wait until I can dig out some actual patch notes and have a look at that. Then hopefully we can see what's going on. I'll see whether or not there's a video to be made on that subject fairly soon, which should be cool. Maybe early part of next week, perhaps. And then we'll need to dive in and take a look at some of the new stuff that has come out in Fallout. The ship bundle and stuff. See what we can come up with there, which might be fun. I've got an idea. I don't know how well it may or may not work. I'll have to play around with the bits and stuff. But yeah, I've got some possible ideas. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah. Anyway, folks, I am going to head off and chill and do this bit of editing. And yeah, hopefully you guys will be catching the video tomorrow, and we'll jump back into Starfield on Monday for some more Ryujin, which should be good fun. So yeah, good fun. Enjoying that quest line so far, but ready for a bit more variety. I mean, some's been conversation, some's been go place object in place, and that's cool. I feel like it's variations on a fairly tight theme so far, though, so hopefully it'll expand out and get a little bit more interesting. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, folks, thank you for hanging out. Hope you've had fun. Have a good weekend. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. And yeah, we'll do this all again about the usual time on Monday. Should be cool. So, till then, have a good one. I'll see you next time. Night, folks. See ya.
Thank you.